Hurricane Milton, expected to be the biggest storm to hit Florida in a century, heads towards the coast. President Biden warns residents to seek shelter.
No one should be confused. It's still expected to be one of the most and worst destructive hurricanes to hit Florida in over a century.
At 6, Hurricane Milton has crossed over Florida into the Atlantic, leaving a number of deaths and destruction in its wake. At least 4 people have died, buildings have been destroyed, and more than 3 million homes are without power. The hurricane triggered a number of tornadoes, this the moment one tore the tops off trees on Florida's coast.
Hello. Our weather has started to turn a little bit cooler. You might have noticed the change, and the trend is set to continue as well. Well, here in North Yorkshire, we had signs of the change. Waves being driven onto the beaches here by the strengthening north to northeasterly wind. Temperatures on Tuesday in Rhyl got up to 17 degrees, but it was just 12 on Wednesday, a drop of some 5 degrees Celsius.
To tell us a little bit more about a slightly calmer scene at home.
Yes. I'm glad to say so, Charlie. Yes. Good morning, everybody. It's a chilly start to the day in the Highlands this morning. Temperatures have fallen below freezing and it's windy, especially down the North Sea coastline. Gusty winds here today.
Carol can tell us more as well. She's got a beautiful scene behind you. You know what, Carol? I think, you know what I'm like? I usually kind of whine a little bit about it being cold and it being rainy, but you see what's happening over in Florida. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that we are getting, we're feeling the change, the seasonal change, but it's fine. Absolutely right, Naga. At the moment, the hurricane's been downgraded to a Category 1, but it still has sustained wind speeds of 90 miles an hour. Imagine if we had that on our shores. Carol, got a question. Lots of people getting in touch this morning. I'm sure you'll be aware as well at the Weather Centre. The BBC app is giving some rather confusing information. Can you explain? It certainly is. We're having a technical glitch at the moment. It's showing wind speeds far too fast, in fact, hurricane strength. And of course, that is not the case at all. So please do not be alarmed by that. And we are, as you say, Naga, well aware of it, and we are on it. We're trying to fix it right now. So hopefully that will sort itself out in the not too distant future. You're going to get back with your screwdriver and your welding torch. I'll have my protective glasses on. Exactly. I've got the image there right now. You get back to it. It'll be sorted soon if you're in charge. Thanks, Carol. Thanks. Shall I take over? It is 6:51. Good morning, everybody. This morning it's a chilly start if you haven't yet ventured out. It's going to be a cool day generally.
Carol, you got your earpiece all sorted out? No problems there? Got it under control?
I certainly have. It's all under control, I'm glad to say, Charlie, as is the weather this morning. We've got this morning a cold start to the day. It's -1 at the moment in Kinlochhew in the Highlands. Prestwick is freezing. And as we move into Belfast, it's 2, Manchester 7, come all the way south. And we're looking at a much milder start at 11 degrees.
Carol, now, we love a map, we love a weather map, and we love information. But there is a problem this morning. I think we can illustrate now, which is on the BBC weather app, which is suggesting that there are hurricane-style winds all over the UK, which is clearly, manifestly not true.
Absolutely, Charlie. It's not true at all. We have a bit of a technical glitch at the moment. Believe you me, there's all hands on deck trying to sort this out quickly. So do not believe that. We do not have hurricane-strength winds or anything like it in this country today, or in the future, hopefully.
Ever again, Carol, ever again. It'll never, ever happen again.
Well, don't say that, Charlie. You know that old saying, never say never?
I thought you were getting your welding boots on and, you know, all your gear and fixing it properly.
Charlie, this is a big problem, Naga. It's not just a fix like that. It's a big problem. So the chaps are working on it as quickly as they can, and normal service will be resumed as quickly as possible. In the meantime, we have you, which is all we need. Thanks, Carol. Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
I know you've been looking internationally, but now it's local time, isn't it? What's it looking like for people in the UK?
Certainly is, Charlie. Good morning, everybody. It's looking dry for most of us today, to answer your question. Of course, there's 1 or 2 exceptions.
Carol, brilliant. Thank you very much. And may I say, seeing a lot of you is never a bad thing.
Thank you, Naga. Thank you.
Carol, I tell you what, though, people are seeing, and they need some clarification, some rather unbelievable wind speeds in the country today, which are hard to believe after watching what you've just told us.
Yes, I'm afraid we do have a technical glitch this morning. Excuse me, and my apologies for this. Our technicians are working on it as fast as they can to sort it. But what you're looking at there, hurricane force winds, are not happening. I stress that.
Just to be clear, in Gillingham, there aren't 16,740 mile per hour winds. Oh, here we go. There was 25,000 miles per hour. That's not happening, no, Carol?
No, it's definitely not, Naga. The only hurricane we're talking about today is the one in Florida, Hurricane Milton. So nothing like that on our shores. Nothing.
Are you going to fix this, Carol? This has been going on for many hours now. What is anything actually happening? Are you going to fix it?
Of course, Charlie. Of course we are. It is a big problem. It's not just one that can be sorted like that. So our technicians are working on it as fast as they can, and it will be sorted as quickly as it possibly can. And again, our apologies for this. It's not what we want to happen on any day, but especially not today. So as soon as it's done, it will appear on the app.
Thank you, Carol.
You're welcome.
When Carol's on something, you know it's going to happen. It'll happen. It will get fixed.
Carol is having a busy morning this morning, aren't you, Carol? Not just looking at the weather here, you're looking in Florida as well, of course. But the picture behind me tells me you're focusing on the UK.
Absolutely right, Charlie, on all counts. Good morning, everybody. If you are in the south of the country, it's not as cold a start to the day as it is in the north of the country. At the moment, temperatures in London, for example, are 10 degrees, Cardiff 9 degrees. But as we push further north, look how those temperatures fall away.
And, Ben, a crucial update on the BBC Weather app. What's been going on?
Yeah, I start with something of an apology, actually, Lewis, because if you've been checking your BBC Weather app or the BBC Weather website, you might have seen some slightly strange and, frankly, incorrect data this morning. Hurricane force winds, absolutely not. Some of the wind strengths, a few other bits of data have been incorrect. It is a glitch, and believe me, we are working very hard to fix it. In terms of the actual forecast, and you can trust me on this, it's not going to be particularly windy.
Hello there, good afternoon. Well, it's been a mostly cloudy day so far, with some outbreaks of patchy light rain in places. This rather cloudy, grey picture was sent in by one of our weather watchers.
Good afternoon to you. The weather is not looking too bad out there, I have to say. Many parts of the UK are enjoying some sunshine. This picture came from one of our weather watchers in County Down. There are a few showers around. It's a bit breezy for some of the coast. You can see that from the fairly rough seas there in Penzance in Cornwall.
What's been going on with the app?
Yes, having to start with an apology, Sophie, I'm afraid. For those of you who have been trying to get onto the app or the BBC Weather website, well, we have had a glitch in the system. We are trying very hard to fix it. It's probably felt a little bit like this, swimming serenely across the water today with the forecast, both on radio and TV. But underneath, we've been swimming like crazy to try and sort out the problem. And it looks likely that the data is now starting to get back to normal. So hopefully tomorrow morning, you should have the wind strength you want and probably deserve. Now, today we've seen some sunny skies in Bournemouth, but those clear skies by day will certainly lead to a chilly night. It has been noticeably different, the feel of the weather, as we've been through the day. And
Louise, I looked at the weather app this morning and it said that London was going to have hurricane force winds of 14,500 miles per hour. Luckily, I survived them.
There isn't a hurricane that has 14,500 mile an hour winds. Yes, apologies everybody for that. We've had an awful day in terms of the data that's been coming into the BBC Weather app and also BBC Weather Online as well. We are working hard to rectify that behind the scenes, I can assure you. And it's just starting to get back to normal now. I do have winds here on this forecast and I can assure you they're going to stay light. But from the north, it's been quite chilly if you've been out today. We started cloudy with some showery outbreaks of rain, but the sunshine did eventually break through into the afternoon, but the temperatures struggled a little this afternoon in comparison to the last few days, way down on where they have been. Now, as